Look, buddy, I'm going to tell you something, and stick with me to the end, because by the end of this story, you'll see your own future in it. Picture a woman. Let's call her Margaret. She retired at 66 with $92,000 to her name. That's it. That's all she's got. Her husband passed away. She lives alone now. Social Security gives her $1,847. She pulls $300 from her savings, so that's $2,147 total. But between rent, medications, the car, the bills, nothing's left. When her fridge broke, she had to put it on a credit card. When her car needed repairs, she skipped half her medication that month. She couldn't even afford a gift for her grandson's graduation. Would you want a life like that? Because this isn't just Margaret's story. This is the story of most retirees in America. More than half of households aged 55 to 64 have less than $134,000 saved. By the time they retire, that number drops to $88,400. I'm not talking average here. I'm talking median. Meaning if you split people right down the middle, the person right in the center is living on this, and some have nothing at all. I've spent years working the markets, and here's the hardest truth I've seen. People don't retire poor because they didn't earn enough. They retire poor because they started late. They panicked. They put their money in the wrong place. Someone who invests $300 a month starting at 25 ends up far richer than someone who starts putting away $600 a month at 45. Because compound interest grows with time. And once you lose those young years, they're gone for good. When people change jobs and cash out their retirement account, they pocket $10,000 today. But that same money left untouched would have grown into $250,000 in 37 years. 40% of workers do exactly this. And then there's the money that just sits there, forgotten, earning 2 to 3%, when it could be earning 8% somewhere else. Over 35 years, that gap adds up to $575,000. The people who retire comfortably have their money automatically deducted before it ever hits their pocket, saving 15 to 20% of their income. They don't sell when the market drops. They retire debt-free. They plan for health care years in advance. The others keep saying, "I'll save once I have extra." But there's never any extra. And when a crisis hits, they panic sell and end up retiring in debt. If Margaret had just put away an extra $200 a month since she was 30, she'd have $350,000 today instead of $92,000. But nobody ever explained that to her, so she kept putting it off. And one day she woke up at 66. Here's the good news, though. This works in reverse, too. If you're in your 20s, don't miss your employer match. Raise your contribution every year. Put it in low-cost funds and don't touch it. If you're in your 30s or 40s, ramp up your savings aggressively. Use those catch-up contributions once you hit 50. If you're in your 50s, it's harder, but it's not over. Consider saving 20 to 25%. And if you delay Social Security until 70, you get 8% more every year you wait. The people in the top 10% aren't earning way more than you. They've just been consistent. That coffee you buy every morning, that car you upgraded, that month you decided not to save. All of it looks small on its own. But 30 years down the road, it's the difference between Margaret's desperate life and a millionaire's free one. So ask yourself right now, are you headed toward that $88,400 average? Or are you going to do things differently, starting today? Because that choice gets made all over again every single day.